to my March Plan With Me video. If you're new here, my name's Cassandra and I create videos on productivity, self-love, and the occasional travel and living abroad vlog. This is my new monthly Plan With Me series where we'll be planning our goals and action steps so we can reach them together on a monthly basis. I share glimpses of my organization process on Instagram, and I've always had people ask me, okay, how do you stay so organized? What are the systems that you use? So I thought, why not set up a whole new Plan With Me series on YouTube? Disclaimer here that this is mostly focused on my personal goals and my personal development, but if you are interested, we can also walk this through as a business owner or creator or a thought leader. So I also do this on my business side for the Quirky Pineapple Studio, the creative marketing and media agency that I have. And we can set this up and I can do more videos on business and marketing planning and goal setting, and we can do that together. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comments and we can work something out. So my current planning setup is a mix of digital and analog. I explained this in my 2024 intentional planning setup. So I'll link that here so you can watch it. But I do have a mix of digital and analog, and we'll be going over both today. My digital version is my Notion, and these are more for long-term goals and setting the big picture vision. And then I also use my bullet journal, which is more for daily, weekly, monthly tasks, so I can keep track of everything that I need to be doing and really just the action steps that I need to be taking. So let's just dive into it. We're gonna go into Notion first, where I'll walk you through all of the big picture stuff that I've got reviewing for February and into March, and then we'll get into the bullet journal next. All right, let's jump into Notion. Let me start recording my screen so you all can see my Notion
recording in progress
dashboard. Recording in progress. Okay, and we're going to go into my yearly plans and goals. And this is just a quick look at what my 2024 looks like and what my goals look like. I've organized them here. And let's jump into quarter one and look at February. Okay, so January we finished, and now we're going to go into February to review. So I had three main goals that I wanted to work on this month. The first one was really setting aside time and creating a system for studying for my Spanish driver's license. The second one is getting super serious and disciplined with my YouTube channel. And then the third one was cultivating more intentional relationships. This year, I really want to deepen the friendships that I have and just find a core group of people. I was just talking to a networking group last night, and we were talking about having that group chat of people that you can just go to, your confidants, and that is what I am looking for. So I want to really text people, keep in touch with them, and just see how everybody is doing. Okay, let's go into these three main goals that I had for February and walk through what worked and what didn't. So the first goal we have is my register and study for driving school. Here's my why behind the goal and how this helps my life. I like to review this every so often because sometimes I feel I get distracted from my goals, and then I also am does this really matter? What is the motivation behind it? So that's why I have it here to just return to, and sometimes I'll just read it, especially if I'm feeling deterred from my goals. Okay, so action steps to reach a goal. Block off time to study in my calendar. So I've already done that. I blocked off time every single day to study, and I've been trying really hard to follow that. I did not register for driving school, mainly because I only have once you register for driving school, you have 6 months to take the theory exam. And since I'll be traveling in March, I didn't want to register and then almost lose a month. So I think I'm going to save this and move it for April when I come back from the United States. And I've been trying my hardest to take three tests daily. I'm gonna mark it yes, because I've been trying. I can be better at it, but I will show you all in my bullet journal my daily habit tracker to track that I've been actually studying for my driver's license. Okay, so that's my driver's license. I feel like we are making progress, especially because in previous times when I've tried to register for driving school and also tried to study for my driver's license, it doesn't really work because I just didn't have like the mental capacity or the time or the energy to study. So now that I've like blocked it off and like habit stacked basically the time to study for my driver's license, I feel a lot better. And I also can recognize that like I am definitely learning as I'm taking these tests. So I feel good about that. Okay, next one is to publish 2 times a week on YouTube. Here is my why behind that goal and then how this helps my life. Just reading it, it just reminds me of like, okay, all of this still definitely applies. Okay, so action steps to reach the goal. I created a YouTube content plan from February to April. I've got that all mapped out in my Notion under content strategy. I set a schedule for recording, editing, and publishing. So I've blocked off my Google calendars for specific days. I mentioned that in my 2024 planning with me video. I have like creating days and then bummy days for recording and editing and all of that. I've created a workflow for publishing to make it easier. So I have like a step-by-step process that I am like systematizing for myself to make it easier and faster to basically export and publish a video, because before I was just kind of like moving around and doing all these things, but now with this system it is way easier and I've actually built out templates for it, so that's awesome. And I think I can check this off, start recording and make it happen. So at the time of me recording this March plan with me, I think I have 7 videos live, with 1 in the pipeline for editing and then this one in the pipeline for editing. And I've already mapped out and scripted majority of the rest of February and into March. So I think we are doing well. I'm also giving myself grace and self-compassion if I don't reach all of the like videos that I want to publish, which is 2 times a week. But the goal is to get all of those done, and if it doesn't happen because of whatever circumstance, then it's okay. I'm giving myself grace, and at least I am trying. Okay, cool. I feel really good about this. Okay, so the next goal is intentional friendships. And here is my why behind my goal and how this helps my life. In this intentional friends, I think I've just listed out a couple people that I want to keep in touch with and keep up with and just like really try and set catch-up dates. This is the goal that I think I didn't end up really following through with. So here it says make a list of long distance friends to connect with each week, reach out to those people to schedule catch-up phone calls or Zoom call. I didn't do that mainly because I think I just got really busy. That is an excuse. So I think I'm going to move this into maybe March or April and see if there are people that I can just like, I feel like maybe I am getting stuck on like I need to make a list of 10 people, and maybe I can just start with a list of 2 or 3 that I can like catch up with, and I think that will be less daunting for me. Join any local groups or meet with local friends every 2 weeks. So I've been trying to meet with local friends every 2 weeks. We did host the Lunar New Year party here at our house in Toledo. And if you want to watch that video, I'll link it here. That was really awesome. And then we also saw a couple people in Madrid. So I think I've been doing pretty good with that. I haven't met anybody new yet, but I've been trying to keep up with the people that I have been like building relationships with so far, which I think is good. And then the last one is start making Gals That Brunch Toledo events. So I signed up to be a community leader for Gals That Brunch. I think, to be honest, I might have to email them and let them know that I actually can't keep up with it. I wanted to really build community through this organization, and I love everything that they do. But I think just with like my 2024 travel plans and everything that I have going on, it's been really hard for me to like find a time and then dedicate to it. Also, I think just with like my driver's license and then trying to do YouTube and all of this stuff, my like energy and capacity is I think going, I don't want to say it's too thin, but I don't have time to like actually organize and like promote these events and all of that stuff. So I think I'm going to remove that and then actually email them to let them know that I won't be able to actually take this on anymore. Okay, so those are my February goals and I feel really good about them. I don't know how you all feel about your February goals, but I feel like with the setup that I have about why behind my goal, how this helps my life, and then the action steps to reach those goals, it's really helped me like reprioritize and organize all of my time, my energy capacity, and just like giving me joy in other ways. So I'm really proud of this. I feel like there's definitely room for improvement, especially with like trying to keep up with studying for my driver's license, but it is doing well. Okay, so now that we've reviewed my February goals, let's go into my March breakdown and just talk about the March goals that I've set up for myself. Let me go back to recording my screen. Let's go into my March monthly breakdown. It's the same thing. It's still in my quarter one. It's just scrolling all the way down. So in March, I will actually be spending majority of it back in the United States visiting my family. I've got a family wedding to attend, and then it is my mom's 60th birthday. So I'll be spending most of my time there. So my March goals are pretty like relaxed. I am not trying to do too much because when I'm traveling, it's pretty hard to like stick with a full regular routine that I have. So I've kept it more fun and lighthearted, and mostly I am a Pisces baby, and in March it is my 32nd birthday, so I'll be celebrating it in the United States after I think 6 or 7 years of not celebrating it in the United States. So I want to do something fun there, and then I also want to use my trip to the United States as kind of like a work trip as well, and see if I can plug in some like business networking meetings or do some market research or whatever else it is. Okay, so let's go into my March goals. So my goal is apparently just my 32nd birthday. I want to be really intentional with how I spend it since it is my first time celebrating in 6 or 7 years in the United States. So I already wrote my why behind this goal and how this helps my life. Honestly, I will celebrate my birthday all month long, so that's how it helps my life, to be honest. And some action steps to reach this goal is, first I need to decide what I want to do for my birthday, invite anyone I want there, and then make reservations if applicable. So I've already decided what I want to do for my birthday. It's gonna be like a whole weekend shebang with like my sisters and my family. Now all I need to do is actually make reservations for it and then just kind of like confirm all of that. But I will leave that to when it's a little bit closer to my trip to the United States, just so I can confirm everything with my sisters and my parents. And then I will ask them to make reservations if necessary, or I can make the reservations myself. So I'm really excited. I'm planning like a whole crafty weekend for myself, and then also figuring out some really cool cafes and restaurants that are serving basically the food that I miss. So I'll be doing that. I plan on recording the whole thing and like sharing it with you all. So I'm really excited for my 32nd birthday. Yeah, I mean, I'm just excited for my birthday in general. Pisces power. Okay, anyways, next stuff. My other goal is to have Washington, DC content, or really DMV, which is DC, Maryland, Virginia content. My why behind this goal is I really want to use my time in Northern Virginia to create some really good content. I want to network with other creators and other business owners and just batch a lot of content around travel since it is such a big part of my life. And how this helps my life? Well, this helps my life apparently, according to me, by being intentional with my trip to the USA and to grow my network, which I think is super, super important. So action steps to reach this goal: I need to make a list of content and ideas to create. I've already done that, especially with the YouTube content. Now I just need to kind of plan out what my social media content is going to look like on Instagram. look up networking events or business events to attend and purchase tickets if necessary. So I don't think I will actually be joining any networking events or buying tickets for networking events. I plan on hosting 2 of my own. So I will be hosting a journaling meetup in the DMV area for people who want to journal, and we can journal together, meet up in a cafe or something like that. And then I plan on hosting a business mastermind dinner. So it's gonna be like an intimate dinner with maybe like 6 to 8 other business owners. And the purpose of that dinner is to meet up and really connect with people who are currently in a pivot in their business, and they're trying to kind of switch up either their business model or their ideal clients or the services that they provide into something else. So I think that is going to be really exciting. Network with a few other local creators to see if they're interested in meeting up and creating content together. I think I might get rid of that. I'm not totally sure yet, depending on my time. And then I want to host a networking event in Washington, DC, but I just told you all that I plan on hosting 2. So I think we are good there. I'm not gonna mark anything done just yet because I have to like finalize all this stuff, but I probably won't finalize it until the end of February and preparing to leave for the trip. I basically want to get like all of the big things done and planned for March before I go, because I know when I am there coordinating things while I'm like transitioning back to the time zone, figuring out like what my schedule looks like, figuring out like car situations with my parents, and like, you know, working with my sister back at home. It's a lot. So I wanna basically have all of the details ironed out so that I can just show up and everything is already planned. I've already done that with like meeting up with my friends from high school and college. I've already messaged them. We've already got dates in the calendar. Yes! And that just makes my life way easier when I am traveling, so that I don't have to worry so much about like admin logistics, which takes up a lot of like mental capacity, y'all. Okay, so that's what I've got for my March monthly breakdown. Let me know, what are your goals for March and what action steps do you have to get those goals going? I am super curious to know what you all are planning. Now that we've gone through my digital planning setup with Notion, let's get into the analog version, which is my bullet journal. So I'm gonna walk you through my February bullet journal and the dashboard that I created for myself for monthly tracking. And we're just gonna see how everything has been going. This is my February dashboard. I found this layout thanks to Pinterest. So I've been creating monthly dashboards in my bullet journal as like just weekly, daily, monthly tracking. So here I've got like my habit tracking, and then I've got a master to-do list on this side, and then just important dates that I can look at. Honestly, I feel like I write important dates everywhere. I've got them in like my Google Calendar, I've got them on my 6-month wall calendar, and apparently I need them here because I just need them all the time. So in my February dashboard, I've got 3 main things to do in February. So like super, super important, they need to get done. And then I've got books to read or books I want to read, my movement tracker, my nighttime routine tracker, and then my studying for my driver's license tracker. Then I've got a like focus word up here just to remind me of like why I'm doing all of these things that I want to be doing, my master to-do list, and then important dates. This page over here, you'll see it's empty. I had every intention of creating like a content schedule for myself for YouTube, Instagram, my podcast, I'm Lost, So What, and then events. But I think I ended up just kind of like creating this page because I wanted to fill it and I didn't really know what to put in here. So I didn't end up writing anything. So it's kind of just empty and now it's just there. Then we've got like the weekly spread. This is where I keep track of all of my like weekly to-dos with work, specific events. Here we are. And I feel like this month has been pretty good. If you look at my movement tracker, most of it is filled in. We are not completely done with the month just yet as I'm recording this, but most of my movement has been filled in. I've done my nightly routine, brushing my teeth and my skincare. My studying is where I think I can just improve a little bit because look at a little sparse there. Oh, I forgot to show you all. So I also set up like intentions for the week or for the month of February. So these are just like things that I want to be doing. And like, not really goals, but just things to keep in mind that I want to like work towards. So I've got joy and pleasure, my personal, and then business. I keep joy and pleasure at the top because I want to try and focus more on like nourishing myself and filling my cup before I do anything for other people. As a chronic people pleaser in rehab, basically, it is important for me to keep that front and center besides putting like business first, which is what I used to do, because I was so focused on like building the business, growing the business, doing everything for the business. And then I realized that my business basically took over my life and then I didn't have like any personal life. So now this like small change to put joy and pleasure at the top, I think makes a huge difference. And what else did I want to share with you all? Oh yeah, this books read corner I have here. One of my goals for 2024 is to read 12 books. And I think having this like little books read in my dashboard is super helpful because it keeps me kind of like in the know of like the books that I want to read. So right now I am reading a book on my Kindle called The Love Hypothesis. It was like a book that went viral on TikTok. It's okay. I like the book. I'll post my like full book review later on Instagram, but it's pretty good so far. And then in February, I finished the book, The Pickup, which is a book that my youngest sister left at our apartment when she was visiting. So I read that. That was so good, y'all. And I like to just keep a list of the current book that I'm reading and then the next lineup, so then I don't have to like think so much of, oh, what book am I gonna read next? And then I just like forget about it. So I also keep this in my Notion dashboard as well, but this kind of just is in the day-to-day, so this is easier for me to track. So that is February. I feel good about February. And then actually what I need to do next is sit down and just do my February review. So this is for my personal and the business side, and kind of just track. I need like more time to do this. I won't actually do this in these monthly plan with me videos, but I will read off and list off what I include in my like monthly reviews. So on the personal side, I have investments, planning ahead. So this is when I write out like what's coming up in the next month and then maybe people I want to see, what I loved about the month, where to improve, and then reflections. And then on the business side is basically the same thing. I put in business celebrations, investments for the business. So if these were like recurring things, payments that I need to make, or specific things that I bought extra, what I loved, where to improve, and then of course reflections again. I need like an hour to 2 hours to like really sit through this and like check my bank account and just like write it all out. So I won't be doing it in these videos, but now you know what is in my monthly review that I do at the end of each month. And let's get into what my March looks like. Here is my March cover page, and then my intentions, same layout as every month. I always have a cover page and then I put my intentions here. Of course, joy/pleasure is at the top. I need to actually fill all of these in, but this is like time that I need to like just set aside, maybe like 30 to 40 minutes to just go through all of this on my own. This is my March cover page. I really love it. I picked up some of these flowers from the co-living that I'm currently staying at in Denia. I just found these like flowers and random leaves on the ground, so I just picked it up to add them here. I think it's something beautiful to kind of like liven up. I've never done this before, so this is nice. I'm gonna turn this page into a quote page since I've got like the flowers on the other side, so writing anything on like this page is kind of hard. So I'm gonna turn this into a quote page, or maybe just like random stickers or something fun for myself. And then here is my March dashboard. So I've got basically most of the same stuff in February. I've got my 3 main things to do in March, books to read, my daily habit trackers. I'm gonna put in a word for the month to help me kind of stay focused, my master to-do list, and then important dates. Again, I need some time to fill this in and kind of like check my calendar and fill in all of the stuff and just check my even like book tracker in my Notion to put this in. So I'm gonna do this later, but this is kind of what it looks like. The only thing left that I need to do is actually build out my weekly spreads. So I kind of switch it up every month and see what I'm feeling. Some months I like stick with the same spread. So in February, you'll see like I stuck with the same spreads each week. But usually I like to switch it up because I kind of just like seeing how to organize stuff. Like you'll see in January, my spread was really different. So I'll probably search through Pinterest to see what inspiration I can find, and then I will make my weekly spreads later. Yay, we made it through the end of this video for my first March Plan With Me series. If you're still here and you watched through the entire video, let me know. Comment a disco ball in the comments to let me know that you watched through the entire thing. I love my monthly planning dates with myself. I usually set aside like maybe 3 to 4 hours to just go through and review like the previous month, and then I set up the upcoming month and just kind of see where everything is, see how I feel, check in with myself. So I'm excited to continue doing these with you all on a monthly basis. And again, if you want to see what it looks like on the business and marketing side, or even how I plan content, let me know in the comments and I can probably put that together as well, and we can do like a whole business marketing planning series on this channel. If you are a business owner, a thought leader, or a creator, and you know that you need support and accountability to set up a plan for your goals and then even action steps, as well as just like the accountability to get things done. Through my business, The Quirky Pineapple Studio, we host a quarterly marketing study group called Surge. And currently for Q2, so April to June 2024, we are opening spots for other business owners, thought leaders, and creators to join if you want the support and accountability to create a sustainable marketing plan. I will link that in the description box if you are interested in joining. And of course, let me know if you have any questions. I'm super excited about this next cohort. We were hosting it all of Q1 in 2024. So we are doing it again in Q2 of 2024. All right, y'all, let me know if you have any thoughts, questions, if you want to see this for business and marketing, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.